Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Professor Kindiki, for starters, you as a legal scholar of no mean repute, I must admit, would perhaps be the best person to comment on this before I ask my other question. If you look at the Constitution, Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity, and again, if you go to Article 10 on national values and principles of governance, would you agree with me that the Constitution sets certain ethical and moral standards on leadership that have got nothing really to do with criminal culpability? In other words, when you look at ethical and moral probity and criminal culpability, the two are perhaps mutually exclusive, because there's been a tendency for people to confuse the two, that for you to be disqualified to hold a public office, you must have been charged in a court of law and perhaps convicted. Yet the Constitution, in its letter and spirit, doesn't really call for that. It's really, maybe comment on that before you answer my other question, which is on the small matter of an inquiry by the Public Accounts Committee in the year 2015. That was in the 11th Parliament, I think. Later on in the 12th Parliament, I became chair of PAC in the National Assembly for 5 years, and therefore this information came to my knowledge. Now, there was this matter that touched on your law firm, whereby some payments that were proceeds from the NYS scandal, then a scandal that cost taxpayers about 1.6 billion Kenya shillings. Some payment was said to have been made to your law firm from a company that was at the heart or at the center of this scandal, a company going by the name Out of the Box Solutions. Or later on, there's also some further payment from that same company. The initial payment was 500,000 shillings. The second payment was 15 million Kenya shillings that went through your law firm under not very clear circumstances, if I may call them so. Or perhaps now that you are set, or you intend to, if approved by the House, to occupy one of the most critical dockets, in which will be in charge of the instruments of violence controlled by the state, it will be important for you to clear this matter so that you can start on a clean state. Thank you.
Robert Mbui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.